Alright, so as you can see, I bleached my hair. I had a little bit of a moment. I don't know how I feel about it, so let's not talk about it. I also put hair tinsels in my hair, if you're wondering what this glitter it is. It's hair tinsels from TikTok. But yeah, we're not talking about that. Right now, we're gonna talk about the 5 best piercings I've had in terms of healing. So like the piercings that have given me the least problems when it comes to healing. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and let's go. Alright, so I'm currently doing an entire piercing playlist on my channel, talking about every single piercing I have. I have 17, and I'm going into great detail about all of them. But right now, like I said, I'm going to be telling you about the 5 most easiest, breeziest piercings I've had in terms of healing. If you're interested in seeing any of my other videos, I'll leave that playlist in the description or somewhere up here. I'm also going to include everything I use to heal my piercings, which for all of them was pretty much just tea tree oil. I know some piercers say don't use tea tree oil, but I used it for all of my piercings and I haven't had, I mean, I've had issues, but at least for these I didn't have any issues. I'll link the tea tree oil that I used in the description or in the pinned comment. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I've had a total of 17 piercings, so I could only tell you the top 5 easiest ones to heal out of the 17 that I have, which include 6 lobes, which I've done myself. I have like 2 videos of me piercing my own lobes. I'll leave those somewhere here. I have my flat. I used to have my smiley and a surface piercing. I have my girls pierced. I got them 3 different times. My conch, my daith, my nose, and then I have 2 forward helixes, which gives us a total of 17.
Oh, not the fuck it doesn't. It gives you 16. You forgot to mention you have your tragus pierced. Idiot.
And out of all of those, the one that comes in number 5 for being the breeziest piercing to heal is the lobes. Those were so easy to heal, honestly. It gave me no issues. I mean, they did get a little crusty, but what piercing doesn't? Like any fresh piercing usually gets a little crust. All you really have to do is clean that, you know, keep your piercings clean. But aside from that, it was relatively easy to heal. I feel like it healed almost immediately. And when I did my second and my third myself, I changed the piercing, I think like a week later, which I know you're not supposed to do. I mean, then again, you're not supposed to pierce it with a gun either. But yeah, didn't really give me any issue. Alright, so in 4th place goes to my very first piercing ever, and that is the flat. By the way, if you like this jewelry or you want cool jewelry for your flat piercing or any other piercing, I'll leave some cool jewelry that I use. I get all of mine from Amazon. I'll leave them in the description. The flat took maybe like 3 months to heal or maybe less. It really gave me absolutely no problems, and I feel like the reason it was such a breeze to heal is because I got it on this ear, which is the side of my face that I don't sleep on. And I'm going to make a video talking about the worst piercings I've had in terms of healing. And one thing I noticed that made all of those really bad was the fact that I got them on the side that I sleep on. Keep that in mind whenever you're getting a piercing. Try not to get it on the side that you sleep on, because it's probably going to give you a lot more issues than it would if you got in it on the other ear. But the flat healed pretty quickly, 3 months or maybe less, and absolutely no issues. In 3rd place would be my nose piercing. This one, I feel like it healed, I don't know, 3 months or less, I would say. I would barely touch my nose. I don't know if not touching it contributed to how quickly it healed, but it gave me almost no problem. And I did switch it to a hoop the very next day. Like I got it pierced with a stud and then switched it to a hoop from like Claire's, like not even a good quality hoop, and it still healed amazingly. Like it gave me no problems. Again, don't do that. You should listen to your piercer. If they say don't touch it until like X amount of months, then don't touch it until X amount of months. But I didn't do that and it still turned out great. So that's why I put it as the 3rd best piercing in terms of healing. In 2nd place, I would give it to the girls. I feel like it took maybe 2 months or 3 months. It was really quick, didn't give me any issues, and I got them pierced 3 different times. In fact, I have a horror story about one of the times that I got it pierced. I made a whole video on it. I'll leave it somewhere here in the description. You guys should check it out. It's kind of funny. But even with the horrific experience I had, it healed nicely and it was quick, no issues. As long as you don't get it caught in anything, you'll be fine. Alright, so in 1st place for the best healing piercing out of all 17 that I have, 17 counting, because like I mentioned in my other video, my birthday's coming up, and for my birthday I'm gonna get a piercing, so stay tuned for that vlog. But 1st place goes to, can I get a drum roll please? The smiley. That's right. I used to have the smiley, and that one healed, I feel like, almost immediately. Like, that did not give me not one issue. I mean, it gave me issues, but in terms of healing, zero. No issues when it comes to healing. Issues with other things that I talk about in my piercings I've retired video that I will also link somewhere. But yeah, that piercing was a breeze. Like I said, I feel like it healed almost instantly, and you don't really have to do much to take care of it. All I did was just gargle with Listerine, and that's pretty much it. I think that's what they recommend you to do. As for all the other piercings, all I did was just clean it with tea tree oil, and that was it. But number one, first place goes to the smiley. Would I recommend the smiley? Absolutely not. But is it the easiest one to heal, for me at least? Yes. So now I'm going to give you some recommendations on what I did to speed up the healing process, and that is just using tea tree oil. Like I said in the beginning, I would clean it whenever it was dirty with tea tree oil. As for the smiley, like I said, I would just gargle with Listerine, and that seemed to do the trick. And for most of these piercings, I would buy what the piercing shop sells you, like the, what is it called, like Bactine or something. But I noticed that tea tree oil, at least for me, works way better. I guess it's up to you whether you want to buy what the piercer says or use tea tree oil or do both. I would always buy it, but I would always end up using tea tree oil anyways. That's what I recommend. So that is it for my 5 top piercings that are the best when it comes to healing. You guys should let me know which piercings were the easiest for you to heal, or any tips for healing piercings. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in my next video.